hello. So again, good morning, everyone. A very good morning to all of you, bachcho, and once again, welcome back to ExamDost. Welcome back to the ESE Officers Series for solving ESE PYQ. और मैं आप लोगों के सामने हाजिर हूं ESE के PYQ लेके इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स का एक और सेशन लेकर के. Now, this question is based on complex integration. It is asking me the complex integral over a circle of radius 1 unit. Now, let's see. Sin Z टेलर सीरीज इज sin Z का टेलर सीरीज सभी लोग जानते होंगे बेटा. करेक्ट एंड सो ऑन. व्हाट अबाउट Z sin Z? Okay, like this. So what I can say, power minus 1. Now this power minus 1, this is like 1 minus x inverse. This is like 1 minus x inverse. So this can be expanded as a geometric progression. 1 minus x plus x square and so on. Now, on a closed curve by residue method, I can say this is this. What about residue of fz? This is coefficient of 1 by z in Taylor series of fz. In Taylor series of fz, coefficient of 1 by z is residue. Here you will not get any term of 1 by z. क्योंकि 1 by z बनाने के लिए बेटा यहां z आना चाहिए ताकि z by z स्क्वायर 1 by z बने. फिर से सुन लीजिए, you will not get any term of 1 by z because to make 1 by z, you must get z from here. So that z by z square is 1 by z. Z by z square is 1 by z. Okay. So therefore, coefficient of 1 by z is 0. So residue is 0. Integration is 0. अजय भाई जेके एसएसबी का कोर्स मात्र 2000 रुपए में आपको मिल रहा है, ठीक है, जिसमें कि 6-8 महीने का एक्सेस मिल रहा है. अब इससे नीचे प्राइस में बेटा क्या मिलेगा? और रही बात फ्री की, तो फ्री तो सारी चीजें मेरी यूट्यूब पे अवेलेबल ही है, उनसे पढ़ो. फिर 420 के स्कोर पे एनआईटी में वीएलएसआई मिल सकता है, ठीक है. चलिए. Sum of residues. Come on, everybody. Sum of residues. So, z equal to 1 is a pole of order 2. So, residue is 1 by 1 factorial. D by dz 2z by z minus 2. It is 2 times z minus 2. Two z minus 4. Z equal to 2 is a pole of order 1. So residue is so sum of residue will become 0. Sum of residue will become 0. Okay. Try the next one. Z is equal to e to the power ax plus by. Dot f of ax minus by. The value of b del z by del x plus a del z by del y. Try this. ये ट्राई कीजिए, थोड़ा यूनिक क्वेश्चन है. Del z by del x will be so b del z by del x. What about del z by del y? I'm using product rule for derivative. I'm using product rule for derivative. Now when you add both, the f dash term will get cancelled. So this will be 2abz d. The answer will be 2abz. Okay, try the next one. Try the next one. This region is incomplete and y equal to 1. Right? The complex integral over a closed path. Come on, everybody. क्या आ रहा है भाई? 0। देखें, लेट्स सी दिस. The rectangular region is, if the orientation is not given, always assume that the region is anti-clockwise. X is 0 and 4, Y is -1 and 1. It is like this. So Z equal to 1 and 3. Both pole lie inside contour. Correct? So integral will be 2 pi iota into sum of residues. So first I will take Z equal to 1. It is a pole of order 3. So residue will be 1 by 2 factorial d square by dz square. So minus 1 by z minus 3 square. So minus 1 by 8. It is minus 1 by 8. Pole of order 1. So residue 1 by 8. So it is 2 pi iota minus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8, that is 0. बहुत बढ़िया राहुल भाई. Answer is 0. The B option, the answer is 0. Okay. There will be a very few PSU beta that will accept beyond 26 years, but they are very, very rare. Now, compute this complex number. Find the value of this complex number. Come on, everybody. Find the value of this complex number. Let's see, बच्चों. 2 plus iota. I'm rationalizing it. How to rationalize? Multiply conjugate of denominator and divide by the same factor. Rationalize कैसे करते हैं? Multiply divide करते हैं conjugate से denominator के. Half cos pi by 2 plus iota sin pi by 2. When a number is purely imaginary, the argument of that is pi by 2. अगर कोई नंबर प्योरली इमेजिनरी है तो उसका आर्ग्यूमेंट पाई बाय 2 होगा. तो आंसर इज बी. चलिए, if n is a positive integer, then the value of this. If n is a positive integer, then the value of this number. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन में आपको क्या करना चाहिए? n का वैल्यू एज्यूम करके चलो. इस तरह के क्वेश्चन को कैसे क्रैक करोगे? एज्यूम n equal to 2. Iota square is -1. So 2 or 2, 4. Now at n equal to 2, okay, this is 4. The answer is C. This will come out to be 4. The answer is C. बहुत बढ़िया तमन्ना. The answer is C. It will come out to be 4. Nature of singularity at z equal to pi by 4. Nature of singularity at z equal to pi by 4. The answer is simple 4. Okay. So at z equal to pi by 4, now how you can think about this, let me tell you. Sin z minus pi by 4. Now see, sin x by x becomes 1. So if you multiply the function by z minus pi by 4, you are getting a finite limit. अगर फंक्शन को z माइनस पाई बाय 4 से मल्टीप्लाई करें तो एक फाइनाइट लिमिट आता है. What does this mean? This means that fz only has z minus pi by 4 to the power -1. fz में सिर्फ z माइनस पाई बाय 4 की नेगेटिव पावर होगी. इस वजह से जब आपने z माइनस पाई बाय 4 मल्टीप्लाई किया तो वो नेगेटिव पावर कैंसिल हो गई एंड यू गेट अ फाइनाइट लिमिट. What it means is fz will only have 1 upon z minus pi by 4, no more than 1 negative power. एक से ज्यादा नेगेटिव पावर नहीं होगी. So that when we multiply by z minus pi by 4, the term z minus pi by 4 in the denominator gets cancelled and we will get a finite value. मतलब ऐसा समझ लो, अगर एफ जेड एक रेशनल फंक्शन है तो इसके डिनोमिनेटर में z माइनस पाई बाय 4 की बस 1 पावर होनी चाहिए, जो कि इस टर्म से कैंसिल होगी और लिमिट पाई बाय 4 आएगी. इफ एफ जेड इज रेशनल, then the denominator of fz will only contain one power of z minus pi by 4, which will get cancelled with this term. So we will get a finite limit. हमें finite limit मिलेगा. Now, the imaginary part v is a part of an analytic function u plus iota v. Then what is the value of fz? If this is a part of analytic function, then what is the value of fz? f dash x basically ux plus iota vx. Now by Cauchy-Riemann equation, ux is vy, vy means del v by del y. What is del v by del y? E की power x del v by del x. Okay, this is the value of the derivative. Now what we can do is we can replace y by 0, put x equal to z and y equal to 0. So f dash z will be x equal to z e की power z, y equal to 0 plus e की power z. Y is 0. So this term will be 0, this term will be 0, this term will be 0. So what about fz? Integral f dash z dz. By parts we will integrate. Answer will be B. The answer will be B. Okay, z e to the power z plus c. जेके एसएसबी के लिए बेटा बेसिक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैंने यूट्यूब पे पढ़ा रखा है, वो देख लो, उसमें ईडीसी कवर हो जाएगा. बेसिक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इसी चैनल पे पढ़ा हुआ है. रेसिड्यू एट अ सिंगुलर पॉइंट ऑफ z equal to -2. Now z equal to -2 is a simple pole, correct? So what is the residue? Limit z tending to -2 1/3. Simple. 1/3. The image of the line imaginary part of z equal to 1 under the mapping w equal to z square. Come on. The mapping is W equal to Z square. The line is imaginary part of Z equal to 1. Means Y equal to 1. X plus iota Y square. U plus iota V. Now how to calculate the root? W equal to Z square if we keep Y equal to 1. X square minus 1. Y equal to 1 plus 2 iota X. So U will be X square minus 1. V will be 2X. So the answer will be B. V square is equal to 4 times U plus 1. B. Z1 and Z2 is given. Find Z1 by Z2 square. Find Z1 by Z2 square. Come on. Z1 and Z2 is given. You have to find Z1 by Z2 square. Z2 square is Z1 by Z2 square. From here only I can tell it is C. Correct? 3 minus 16. So 3 minus 8 minus 5 pi by 12. C. Next, a bag contains 7 red and 4 white balls. Okay, 2 balls are drawn at random. What is the probability? Both the balls are red. एसएससी जेई के लिए कोर्स खरीदना बेटा सिर्फ एसएससी जेई के लिए लेना है तो हमारी वेबसाइट से सार्थक बैच लीजिए और अगर आपको ऑल एई जेई एग्जाम के लिए जाना है तो महापैक लीजिए गुड मॉर्निंग वेंकटेश probability that the 2 balls are red so that means we must choose 2 out of 7 and the total number of ways are choosing 2 out of 11. (21 by 55). Okay, the answer is B. Next, random variable x has a PDF. Find the value of k. Random variable x has the PDF that is given. You have to find the value of k. property is that the total area under PDF must be 1. K is 1 upon pi. Simple, 1 upon pi. सर रिकॉर्डेड है और आप लाइव पढ़ाते हैं, मतलब रिकॉर्डेड बैच है लेकिन सिखाया तो 0 से ही है, उसमें क्या है। और डाउट्स के लिए डाउट सॉल्विंग ग्रुप भी, और मैं हर हफ्ते लाइव सेशन भी लेता हूं बेटा। A random variable x as the PDF that is given here with the mean value as 3. The value of k and n is. If the mean value is 3, what is the value of k and n? हाँ, रेजोनेंस कम्यूटेशन क्लास बी कम्यूटेशन होता है बेटा। Now see, integral fx dx must be 1. So this value will be gamma function n plus 1. Gamma n plus 1 is 1. Because n is the integer, gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. First. Now what about the mean value? X fx dx. So by same logic, it is k n plus 1 factorial. Take the ratio. So n is 2, k is 1 by 2. See. n is 2, k is 1 by 2. बहुत बढ़िया तमन्ना. Probability that at most 5 defective fuses will be found in a box of 200 fuses if 2% of such fuses are defective. 2% defective है, at most 5 चाहिए. At most 5. Probability of defect no defect. Here I will use binomial random variable. There are two possibilities that a fuse is defective or not defective. At most 5. Now, NC1, N is 200. 200 C2. So this way we have to calculate. Now this value will be very large. There is one more method. If N is large, approximate as Poisson. Lambda equal to NP. 4 e to the power minus lambda, then by n factorial. A minute. Lambda to the power k. Okay. So e to the power minus 4. Now 4 to the power 0 by 0 factorial. 4 to the power 1 by 1 factorial. This will also give you the approximately correct answer. Okay. Lambda is the average. So 1 plus 4 plus 8 plus 64 by 6 plus 256 by 24 plus 1024 by 120 e to the power minus 4. 0.785. So the closest answer is B. जब बायनोमियल लंबा जाने लगता है ना बेटा, तब पॉइजन आपको लगाना चाहिए जहां पे n का वैल्यू लार्ज होता है. मैक्सिमम 2 या 3 इटरेशन तक जा सकता है. और कितना जाएगा? X is a normal random variable with mean 30, standard deviation 5. Probability that X belongs to 26 to 34. In such question, convert to standard normal random variable. How? Assume Z equal to so at X equal to 26, Z is equal to minus 0.8. So probability that X lies between 26 and 34 is probability that Z lies between minus 0.8 and 0.8. ये z की प्रोबेबिलिटी है -0.8 से 0.8 जाने की. Now z equal to 0.8 is given 0.2881. Z equal to 0.8 is given as 0.2881. Point 5762 B. Because it is a even function, so the value or the area from -0.8 to 0.8 is 2 times the area from 0 to 0.8. ये आपका इवन फंक्शन होता है तो -0.8 से 0.8 का एरिया 2 टाइम्स होगा 0 से 0.8 का. ये ट्राई कीजिए भाई. देखें भाई, देखो भाई, जो मार्क्स हैं, द मार्क्स कैन ओनली बी इंटीजर्स. द मार्क्स कैन ओनली बी इंटीजर्स. So what I can say is, if I define an interval, तो इसमें तो सिर्फ 16 मार्क्स ही पॉसिबल है ना. आप सोच के देखिए, इस इंटरवल में सिर्फ 16 मार्क्स पॉसिबल हैं क्योंकि मार्क्स इज अ इंटीजर वैल्यू. तो बेसिकली टू अप्लाई गॉसियन रैंडम वेरिएबल आई नीड अ इंटरवल. So I have defined the interval as 15.5 to 16.5. ऐसा क्यों, मैं बताता हूं. देखो, मार्क्स आपके हो सकते हैं, मार्क्स कैन बी 1 2 3 4 5 एंड सो ऑन. So the intervals can be symmetrically placed in between. Correct? I have placed the intervals symmetrically with respect to marks. ये बात समझ में आ रही है. इंटरवल्स को आपने सिमेट्रिकली अरेंज कर दिया मार्क्स के रेस्पेक्ट में, जिससे कि मार्क्स जो है इंटरवल का मिड पॉइंट हो गया. मार्क्स बिकम्स द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ द इंटरवल. नाउ व्हेन x is 15.5 z, x minus mu by sigma 15.5 minus 14 by 2.5 0.6. Similarly, x equal to 16.5, z equal to 1. So what we can say, probability, so area from 0.6 to 1 is area from 0 to 1 minus area from 0 to 0.6. Now both these values are given to me. समझे? 0.6 से 1 तक का एरिया चाहिए तो 0 से 1 का ले लो और फिर 0.0 से 0.6 का ले लो, दो एरिया सब्ट्रैक्ट कर लो, 0.1156. तो नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट इज टोटल इज 100 into probability 11.56. We can say 12. We can say 12. Understood, beta? Because the marks are only integer possibility, so I have defined the interval as symmetrically placed around the marks. फुल बेटा हम लोगों का पेड कोर्स है सुनील भाई, वहां से कवर कर सकते हो, इंडिविजुअली मैथ्स का सब्जेक्ट अवेलेबल है. Random variable to which a Poisson distribution is best fitted. Probability x equal to 1 is 2 by 3. Probability x equal to 2. It is asking us the variance. So x equal to 1 is, what about probability x equal to 2? So 2 factorial will cancel this out. So lambda is 3. Now variance equal to mean equal to lambda. So answer is 3. Very simple. The answer will be 3. Okay. Correct. X is a discrete random variable following the binomial distribution. Which of the following response relation is correct? So probability R plus 1. Now divide both the probabilities to find the recursion relation. अगर आप दोनों का डिवीजन करोगे ना तो रिकर्शन रिलेशन आएगा. रिकर्शन रिलेशन मीन्स that is when you find the next term in a sequence based on the previous term. जब आप कभी नेक्स्ट टर्म निकालते हो प्रीवियस टर्म से, उसे रिकर्शन कहते हैं. P by Q. Okay. So n factorial will get cancelled. So answer is D. Answer will be D. Simple. If the probability that an individual suffers a bad reaction from an infection is 0.001, probability that out of 2000 individuals, more than 2 will suffer bad reaction. Find this. Probability that more than 2 will suffer bad reaction. Try this out. Come on, everybody. Because n is large, we will use Poisson distribution lambda equal to np. So it is 2. Lambda equal to np will become equal to 2. Okay. Is this clear? So now, probability more than 2, na? So 1 minus 0 individual, 1 and 2. 2 की power 0 by 0 factorial. 2 की power 1 by 1 factorial. 2 की power 2 by 2 factorial. 1 plus 2 plus 2, 5. So answer is C. 1 minus 5 by E square. Correct? 1 minus 5 by E square. Mean deviation about mean. The mean deviation about mean of a normal distribution is. ये बताओ. Mean deviation about mean of a normal distribution is. ये आप याद कर सकते हो 4/5 sigma. The mean deviation about the mean of a standard normal distribution is approximately 4/5 sigma. Okay, 4/5 sigma. ये बात क्लियर हो गई भाई? Mean deviation about mean means expectation of x minus mu. Mod of x minus mu, actually expectation of mod x minus mu. So it is symmetric about mean. Okay. Like this. You can solve 2 times from 0 mu to infinity because it will be symmetric about mu. Okay. Now you can put the value of fxx and you can calculate this. You can put the value of fxx and you can calculate this. This will be 4/5 sigma. These are the two regression equations obtained from a correlation table. The value of the correlation coefficient. Decimal will be here. These are the two regression equation. Try this, बच्चों. It is geometric mean of the two slopes . 0.514. 0.514. More than 2 will get a bad reaction. This is repeat, actually. A die is tossed thrice. A success is getting 1 or 6 on a toss. Then the mean and variance of the number of successes. Mean and variance. Come on, everybody. बताओ भाई जल्दी से, मीन और वेरिएंस कितना आएगा? So probability of success is 2 by 6 because we either need 1 or 6. So there are 6 possible outcome. 6 possible outcome and 2 are favorable. Mean equal to NP1, variance NPQ. 2 by 3. This is a binomial random variable. So the answer is B. Very good. Number of emergency admission each day to a hospital is found to have a Poisson distribution with mean 4. Find the probability that on a particular day there will be no emergency admissions. Come on everyone, this is very simple. Zero emergency admission. आपके रैंडम वेरिएबल का वैल्यू 0 आएगा, इस बात की प्रोबेबिलिटी मांग रहा है. Probability that x equal to 0. Come on. Average value is lambda. The answer is A. Next, how many seconds would a clock lose per day if the length is increased in the ratio 900 is to 901? Now understand this. So the length is increased by 1 unit. Now, time period of a pendulum is this. So the change in time period will be half delta L by L. Because power is half na, so it comes as factor multiplied with delta L by L. जो पावर होती है वो डेल्टा L by L में मल्टीप्लाई हो जाती है. In 24 hours we have 86,400 seconds. So the answer is 48 seconds. तो ये चीज यार आप मेजरमेंट में भी पढ़ते हो, जो एरर एनालिसिस होता है, दैट द एरर इन द डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल इज पावर मल्टीप्लाइड बाय एरर इन द इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. उस लॉजिक से ही मैंने किया है. ठीक है. या ये नियम डेरिवेटिव का भी होता है, अप्रोक्सीमेशन यूजिंग डेरिवेटिव जो टॉपिक होता है उसमें भी सेम प्रिंसिपल आप पढ़ते हो. दिस इज अप्रोक्सीमेशन यूजिंग द डेरिवेटिव. Next, 3 cities A, B, C are equidistant from each other. A to B 20 kilometer per hour, B to C 40, C to A 50. Average speed. Come on, everybody. Average speed. Assume A to B distance is D. B to C, D. C to A, D. So what is the first time? D by 20. Second time, D by 40. Third time, D by 50. Distance, total distance, A to B, B to C, C to A, 3D. So what is the average speed? 3D, D by 20, D by 40, D by 50. So let's take an LCM of 200. 10 plus 5 plus 4, 19, 600 by 19, slightly more than 30, 31.6. Okay. The Fourier series is given for the function fx equal to x cos x from minus pi to pi. The value of a naught will be. The value of a naught will be. Come on, everybody. The value of a naught will be. Rahul bhai 600 by 19 आएगा 800 नहीं. This is odd function. So a naught is 0. Very simple. Odd, even. The product of odd and even is odd. बेटा इक्विडिस्टेंट फ्रॉम ईच अदर है, माने कि इक्विलेटरल ट्राइंगल जैसा राहुल. ठीक है, सोचा पहले मैंने भी यही था, बट बोला 3 cities which are equidistant from each other. The Fourier series expansion of a sawtooth waveform fx equal to x from minus pi to pi gives the series. Odd, which means a naught is 0, an is also 0. So what about bn? Period is 1 by 2 pi. X sine nx. Now it is asking sum of the series. So somehow I have to get this series from the Fourier series. किसी तरह से मुझे ये सीरीज Fourier series से निकालनी है. So I will apply integration by parts. Minus derivative of first, integration of second. So साइन एन पाई तो 0 ही हो जाएगा, कॉस एन माइनस पाई पाई प्लस पाई से पाई ऐसे तो होना चाहिए। तो इसको ऐसे कर लो, ये इवन फंक्शन है ना, ऐसे कर लो। तो पाई माइनस डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ फर्स्ट फंक्शन इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ सेकेंड का होल इंटीग्रेशन। साइन पाई पे भी 0 आएगा, 0 पे भी 0 आएगा, ये आना चाहिए पाई कॉस एन पाई, सेम ही तो आ जाएगा। कॉस एन पाई होता है -1 की पावर n, तो बी एन विल बी, अच्छा ठीक है, ये जो है ना हाफ वेव सिमेट्रिक नहीं है, मैं वही कंफ्यूज हो रहा था कि ऑड हार्मोनिक आने चाहिए। दिस इज नॉट हाफ वेव सिमेट्रिक। एन पाई, पाई तो कटी गया ना एन, तो एफ एक्स विल बी हाउ मच, एफ एक्स विल बी हाउ मच बेटा, summation 0 to infinity, sorry 1 to infinity sin nx. So if we keep n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, like this. Now what I need is, I need only these odd terms 1 3 5 7. I just need the odd terms. So for odd terms what we can do is put x equal to pi by 2. So function pi by 2, 1 minus 0 minus 1 by 3 minus 0 sine 5 pi by 2 is 1, like this. So sum is equal to function at pi by 2. Now fx is equal to x. So at pi by 2 fx is pi by 2. So the answer will be pi by 2. The sum will come out to be pi by 2. Okay. एक सेकेंड, 2 by 2 pi by, ठीक है। पाई बाय 2 आएगा। डी आर है tan इनवर्स, इस वाले मेथड में कहाँ गलती है? सही बात है, tan इनवर्स से भी हो जाएगा ये, तमन्ना की बात सही है। से पाई पीरियड तो हमारा 2 पाई ही आएगा। अरे यहाँ पे 2 होता है, हम ये वाला 2 भूल गए भाई, तो ये 2 होता है। सही बोले बेटा। डी आएगा, सम पाई बाय 4 आएगा। एक तरीका जो है, जो तमन्ना जी ने बोला है, अगर किसी को tan इनवर्स का सीरीज पता है, इफ एनीबडी नोज द सीरीज ऑफ tan इनवर्स, then also this can be done. Now the series of tan inverse basically is like this. So tan inverse 1, this is a shorter method. So pi by 4. Okay. Find the value of m for which this function is harmonic. Find the value of n for which this function is harmonic. Harmonic means satisfies Laplace equation. Now try this. Harmonic means it must satisfy Laplace equation. So del u by del x this must be 0, so m comes out to be 1. A. ठीक है, so m will come out to be 1. Clear है भाई? So the answer is A. So that's it बच्चों, that's it from our side. तो अब हम इसके बाद जो अगला सब्जेक्ट स्टार्ट करेंगे that will be EMFT. So mathematics PYQs I have completed. The next subject that we are going to start is EMFT. Okay. So be ready with the concepts of EMFT, electrostatics, magnetostatics, electromagnetic induction. We'll be seeing the PYQs of those topics. So be ready and I'll see you again at the same time, same place.